Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning. It's time for Morning Manna. Time for Morning Manna. I want to get right into the word this morning, but I got to wait just a few seconds for our Facebook Live to pull the audience together, and then I'm going to jump into the word this morning. You know, all week long, we're going to be dealing with how do you harvest? How do you harvest in a dry place? How do you harvest when the brook has dried up, when your situation is dried up, when it does not look good, when it looks bleak? You know, that's what we're dealing with this whole week. We began on Sunday in our message. We talked about it a little bit on yesterday, gave you some things, and today we're going to continue that whole conversation, giving you some devotion and some manna to live by. It's the text, the talk, and the takeaway. That's what I'm going to do. What are you going to do? You already know, Manna fam. Welcome. If it's your first, second, or third time, this is the Manna fam. We have morning manna about this time every weekday morning. I'm going to give you a text, a talk, and a takeaway. And this morning, we're dealing with this whole week. How do I harvest, Bishop? How do I pull things off? How do I make it when I'm in a dry situation? Marriage dry, family dry, finances dry, relationships dry. I haven't heard from God in a while. What do I do in that situation? This morning, we're going to deal with this. We're going to deal with the weight of waiting. The weight of waiting. How many of you know that waiting can be weighty? And how many of you know the longer you wait, the heavier it gets? I don't know about you, but I'm not always good. I'm not always a good waiter. Is there anybody in here that, you just love to wait? Not my flow all the time. And that is, here it is, there is a weight. It gets weighty the longer I wait. Here's the text I want to share with you. It's Habakkuk 2 and 3. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Actually, Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, write the vision, make it plain, and it will speak at an appointed time. Write the vision, make it plain, it will speak at an appointed time. We talked about Elijah. He's still in our background. He's still in the background. You remember he was at the brook at Cherith. It then dried up and he had to move forward. Now we've moved to Habakkuk 2 and 3. And in Habakkuk 2 and 3, this is what is going on. The Babylonians have been really taking great advantage of the Israelites, whom they have taken in oppression. And Habakkuk is calling out to God, when is this going to change? When is this injustice going to turn around? When are things going to work out? And God tells him this particular thing. He says, write the vision, make it plain. It will speak at an appointed time. First thing I need you to do, work while you wait. Work while you wait. In Habakkuk, it tells us very clearly that what God was saying to them, and in Habakkuk 1, Habakkuk raises a charge against God. God, what in the world are you doing? When I look around, all of the unjust situations that are happening to your people, and you haven't moved yet. So he holds a charge up to God. And when he gets to the second chapter, God responds to him and says, look, this is what I need you to do. I need you to work while you wait. Don't just sit around. You got to do something. Now, we used to say occupy till he comes. Occupy means you need to get about the business. When we go back to 1 Kings and we look at what happened in 17 or so, we find that Elijah got up from the brook at Cherith, and he began to do something. He moved and he went to Zarephath, where he found the widow who he asked to cook him some bread, and it never ran out. You know the story. The point is this: you cannot just sit and do nothing while you wait, though it's weighty while you wait. Here's the second thing that you have to do. Write while you wait. Write while you wait. You always have to have a journal. How many of you journal? Let me just take a moment here. You journal. You write down your thoughts. The reason you want to write down your thoughts, the reason you want to journal is because when you begin to write the things of God down, those words become word pictures of what God is going to do. Then you can go back and flip back. In fact, let me just show you something. Right here is my journal. And I journal in here, and I write down the things that God is doing. If you look back here, you see right on that shelf there are all the journals over my lifetime, actually. And I just write down what God is doing in my life, or what I'm looking for God to do in my life. God, I need you to do this, that, and the other. What also happens is this: when I can take the journal and I can look back, and I can go back, let me get it all unwrapped here. Someone gave me this. The Hills, Quinn Hill, and his wife Rose gave me this. It's a wonderful journal. And you can see in there, I can go back, I can look back here on March the 22nd, 2016. I began to write something about what God was doing, or what I wanted God to do in my life. And so what I oftentimes do is I go back, I take a year back or 2 years back, and I look at what I journaled, what I wrote, and I see, wow, God, you pulled it off. So write while you wait. Write while you wait. Work while you wait. Here's the third thing: stop worrying while you wait. Stop worrying while you wait. There's no evidence that Elijah was worrying about what God was going to do. And in Habakkuk, it says this, that God began to say, look, y'all just back off. Back up. You so preoccupied with what I haven't done. And what I need you to do is wait till the appointed time. Now, the appointed time can be a pointed moment, because you keep waiting for God to do something. It's waiting. God, when are you going to turn things around? Well, there is an appointed time, just like yesterday I talked about a due season. And what you do in your due season, there is also an appointed time that God is going to move. That there is a kairos moment when God is going to move. It's not a chronos moment on your clock, but it is a kairos moment, in the moment in which God chooses to then inject himself in time, because God is outside of time. Time is a decayer, so God cannot be confined by time. He steps outside of time and he speaks into time. And therefore he is saying, don't worry, there is an appointed time. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: wait while God works. You wait while God works. In Habakkuk, the last chapter, in Habakkuk, he says, the fruit is going to be fruitful. The dew is going to come. All of these things are going to happen. Why? Because God was at work while I was waiting. I know waiting is waiting, but you wait while God works. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. Hey, share the manna. Share the manna. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. God bless you. Bye now.